Gang, you know what the f going on?
Here's the clip.
Jack Doubt, you a little
Is that the GOAT of scootering, self-proclaimed. He didn't even make finals. Oh, but here's where it gets better. He said he made finals in Claudia's.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool.
Say what's up to the world! First confrontation, done and dusted. The second time, confrontation number 2. So the second confrontation was on the day of the qualifying for the ISA Park Finals. And let me just put this in as well really quickly. Did you see Jack Doubt supporting, cheering in the crowd or anything during qualifying? No, you didn't. Because what was he doing? Soaking up the attention, just soaking it up, soaking it up. Jack Doubt did not watch, support, clap, applaud, even witness the park qualifying. Because what was he doing? Soaking up all the attention just like he always does. No support whatsoever for the core scooter community. No support for the comp. He wasn't there cheering anyone on. I'm not the one riding in qualifying, but I want y'all to see it because riding is like the main reason why we're all here. We're all here to watch the world finals. We're not here to watch some douche that does nothing but talk shit on the internet. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, but Scooter Brad, you just talk shit on the internet too. Dude, at least I do it for a good reason. And I don't back myself up like I'm the GOAT of scootering. I'm the richest scooter rider. How do you guys eat that up? Watch Worlds. Watch the street comp. Watch this, like in Scoot Review, it's all about what other people are doing. I'm just the guy that just talks about it, you know what I'm saying? God, I'm just, I'm like triggered. So right after the qualifying went down, I went up to the B-Style Wolf tent where they had like a little skate park set up, and I saw Jack in there riding, so I went in there and I saw that he was riding his ethic deck and his bars and no B-Style Wolf parts whatsoever. So I went up to him, I was like, oh yo man, where's that B-Style Wolf goodness? You know, I was just kind of trash talking him, like, I don't like the guy, I'm not gonna hide it from him, so I just went in there and I was like, yo, where's that B-Style Wolf parts, man? Like, what's going on with that? They flew you out here, you don't think you could do them a favor by at least riding some of their stuff and showing it off? No? He said something back to me like, what do you care, or something like that. I was like, wow, you regained the use of your mouth.
You ain't the fucking GOAT of scootering.
That's great. I thought you had like lockjaw or something last night. I was a little bit worried, not gonna lie. So the conversation goes on and on. It was back and forth, back and forth. I don't honestly remember what we were conversating about, but it got to the point where I was just like, look dude, how does it feel? Like I'm here riding an Urban Art 6-wide collab deck and you literally just got dropped from the team for being a big mouth. Like what have you got to say for yourself? Like say something to me. And oh, here's another thing I forgot. Chris Lee at Scooter Raps was with me as well. So we both like were kind of pressing him, not like physically or anything like that. We were both just there to confront him verbally, etc., and just ask him questions about things that he'd been saying online. He had been telling Chris Lee like on DMs like, sorry dude, can't talk, I'm catching a flight. Oh, why are you talking shit from another country type thing? And Chris was always like, okay, well I'm gonna meet you one day and I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. And what did he do? Chris met him face to face and said, what's up? And Jack had nothing to say, man. Nothing to say whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. He acted like he didn't even know who Scooter Raps was. And we all know that he knows who Scooter Raps is. They've been DMing each other like crazy, dude. Like, I don't know if he's delusional or just forgetful or if he's just dumb. I don't know. I remember Jack saying like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, apologize. Apologize to me, apologize to him. And he's like, what for? I'm like, dude, what not for? You're the one who tried to screw me over a bunch of times when we were friends, might I add. And Chris had never done nothing to Jack. He'd been talking smack to Chris. Chris Lee has his own story about how like Jack doesn't like him or how they started butting heads or whatever, but essentially it all went down like Chris Lee sent Jack a DM saying that he didn't really respond well to a piece of content that Jack had put out, and he was super polite about it. I've read the messages. He was super polite about it, super down to earth about it. He said like, look man, I respect you as like a big time creator and you're an amazing writer, but I think for the kids' sake you shouldn't post maybe this, or maybe you should think better about how you do this next time. And Jack just fired back like, shut up, I'm the GOAT, I'm the best, blah blah blah. You ain't shit. Oh, I got a flight to catch. I can't talk right now. I got a flight to catch. And Chris was just like, dude, I ain't no kid. Like, Chris is like 25, I think. And he wasn't messing around. So he was like, you know what? I make music and I'm gonna diss his ass real quick. And if you haven't seen Scooter Rap's diss track on Jacked Out, I'm gonna play a snippet of it right now.
Coward that's poser, the past gon' catch ya. Lost the respect of the nicest will cash ya. Ain't about the fashion shit, ain't about the rapping shit. That's just a half of it. Now you quit scootering. Shit got me laughing. It's tragic, be real with you. Thank God we rid of you. Everything that you do, you just bring ridicule. This shit I did 15 minutes still killing you. Keep all them silly views.
But the dude's lyricism is on point, and he really put a lot of Jacked Out's ego right in a bubble and punted that bitch out the window. I think there's one clip on the internet of this confrontation which I'm gonna play for you guys right now, but before I do, I just want you to know that, again, it comes off as douchey and arrogant. Most conversations that I have are completely tame. The only conversations that ever get recorded are the ones that are dramatic. That's why you would only perceive me as a dramatic person. Just bear that in mind before I show you this clip, right? Because I don't like the guy. Like I said, I'm not gonna hide it from you. Everybody knows it. I don't like the guy. I was gonna be a dick to him, right? At this point in time, I have zero respect for him, and you will know why by the end of this video.
Look, 6 wide urban deck, Scooter Brad, signature. What up?
Essentially, in the clip, I was flexing the fact that I had the Scooter Brad 6 wide X Urban Art deck that's coming out later this month, by the way. So I was flexing the fact that I had the deck with me and I had it on me, and the fact that it just existed, right? Because Urban Art, obviously, as you guys know, is his ex sponsor. They dropped them off the team. The day that I dropped No Dice on YouTube, they hit me up and they said, we got a collab, and I was like, I'm down. Hello? 120,000%, I'm super down for that. I was like, how does it feel to have your ex-sponsor collab with me on a part and have me writing it right now when you missed out on sick parts big time because of your attitude and your behavior and everything that got you dropped from the team? And he said, I didn't get dropped. I left. I could make a whole video about how I left. I was like, why don't you? You said a month ago on your YouTube channel that you were gonna make a video about how you left Urban Art. Why has he not made the video? Because he got dropped. He got dropped because of his behavior, 100%. He wasn't providing exclusive content for Urban Art. He wasn't filming a video part, which he's required to do. He was not getting paid, etc., etc. So they dropped his ass. He asked them, get this, okay. He asked them for $5 grand a month as a salary. 5 grand. That is 5 times more than anyone else in scootering gets paid, or at least most, about 90% of pro riders. This kid had the audacity to demand 5 times a pro rider's salary, all because of what? Because he's the GOAT? Well, he didn't come first in the street comps, so that's a bit awkward. It ended up getting pretty heated in that confrontation with the 3 of us. His bodyguard dude came up, and then Archie Cole was trying to get in on it as well. One of the other guys from B-Style was trying to fight Archie Cole and all this stuff, and Archie was just standing there doing nothing. He wasn't saying nothing, didn't have anything to do with the conversation whatsoever, but they were going at each other, so it got pretty heated, and then we all got dragged out of the skate park venue and then kind of out into just the crowd, where it was just me and Jack face to face, and there's a lawnmower going past. Right on, John Deere. Get it, bro. So we all ended up in this big circle just surrounded by fans, and obviously nothing physical was gonna go down because I wasn't trying to be physical with the guy. He's tiny. He may be 19 years old, but he's very small in comparison to me. So then Jack completely flips the script, right? He was talking so much trash face to face in the park area, and then as soon as he got dragged out of there, away from his safety of his B-Style Wolf homies, he just completely flipped the script and said, Brad, look, why don't we have like a reasonable conversation about this? You know, why don't we sit down as adults and have a reasonable conversation, you know, like, I don't want to fight you or anything, like, can we just have a reasonable conversation about this? I was like, dude, we are so far past having a reasonable conversation about this garbage. Okay, if you guys remember last September when I went to Vegas and there was all that drama about how Jack told one of his filmers to kill himself, and all of this drama was going on between that whole group, and it was just a mess, a big old fat mess. Back then, if you remember the videos, he was beefing me, and I waited like 6 days or something to post anything on YouTube about it because I was in his DMs every single day being like, yo dude, like, we gotta work this out. I still back you 100%. You're still the homie. Like, you gotta not take Scooter Review so personally. I was trying to keep that friendship alive, and he was just cutting the tie, man, burning the bridge. He was just like, nah, fuck Scooter Brad. Oh, Scooter Brad gave me 36,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. Oh, fuck Scooter Brad, dude. Forget him. I'm the best now. I'm the GOAT. I got way more subscribers type shit. Man, f off. So the fact that he was asking me to have a mature conversation about anything was just like, without Scoot Review, without a doubt in my mind, ironic, without Jacked Out's feature on Scoot Review, his channel would be far smaller than it is now. He went from 7,000 to 40,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. I had 120,000 subscribers when he had 7. You're welcome. Thanks for the thank you note. Oh wait, Never got one. Solid. Airing it out right now, man. I'm letting it all out. I agreed to his stupid terms, despite the fact that I shouldn't have, and I said, look, okay, we'll meet at Forum at 6 o'clock, and obviously that was a dumb idea because everyone was there listening, and then the word got out. So then, the third confrontation. I rock up at Forum about 5:30, and this is where it gets pretty funny too. He's so dumb. 5:30, I'm sitting at Forum waiting to see if he shows up. I didn't think he was really gonna show up anyway, but he did. Bang on 6 o'clock, he rocks up, and I get my scooter, walk straight over to him, and I'm right in front of him saying, what's up, let's have this conversation here. Now there's a freaking digger going by. So 6 o'clock on the dot, I go up to him, I'm like, yo, what's up, we're gonna have this conversation or not? He's like, oh, I just came here to ride. I'm like, bro, you came here to ride at 6 o'clock when I told you to come here so we could have this conversation and you said yes. You came here just to ride? What do you mean? The kid is so dumb. He wanted to have the conversation. I gave him the time and place to do it. And what does he come up and say? Oh, I just came here to ride. I don't want to talk to you. I just came here to ride, whatever. You're the one who wanted to come here, and now it's 6 o'clock on the dot. Look at the time, it's 6 o'clock, and you're here telling me that you just want to ride instead of having this conversation that you just begged me to have at the last confrontation. What? This is the same day, by the way. This is like 3 hours after what just happened that I just explained. The same exact day. So at this point, there's a huge crowd of people, like a big ass crowd of people. There must have been like 50 to 100 riders surrounding us. There was tons of riders just watching. So the conversation goes on and on and on and on and back and forth and back and forth. And essentially it got to the very end where I said, look, if you don't want to talk in front of all these people, let's do it tonight. I'll give you Archie's contact. You can talk to him. You don't even have to unblock me or talk through me. It's whatever. If you don't want to do that, then fine. Talk to him, we'll work out a time and place to go to, and I'll meet you then, and we can talk about stuff then. And when I say talk, I mean talk. I wanted to figure it all out with him. And I've wanted to figure it all out with him many, many, many times. And this is the last time that I will have ever tried, and I will not ever try with this guy again because he's just a dumb little man-child that just cannot handle his own mouth. And this is definitely the last time that I ever even bother trying to communicate with this kid again because he's just stupid. And I'm calling him a kid because he acts like a kid. He's 19 years old. He should not be living at his mama's house with all their YouTube money. No. Buying a Ferrari and other dashing it with what driver's license, you dumbass? He could not afford a Ferrari, let alone he doesn't even have a driver's license, so shut up. And I mentioned at the start of this video that I found a clip from some Spanish vlogger showing the final moments of this third confrontation, right? And this is where everything ends, but it should have continued and been resolved after that, but Jack's too much of a pussy to do that. So we said that at midnight we were gonna meet at a certain location that we were gonna decide on later on through DMs between Archie and himself, and we shook hands on it. I reached out to shake his hand in agreement, like we will meet up tonight and talk things out. And he grabbed that hand and he shook that damn hand. Not like Coda, nope, he did shake it. He shook the hand and agreed as a man to come and sort out our differences. And guess what? He never showed up. He made all these excuses. Oh, our phones are dead. Oh, our bags got stolen. Oh, this, oh, that. 3 a.m., him and his homie, the bodyguard, were riding around the city with their phones, posting on their Instagram stories, completely out. Jack, whether or not I make a rant video on you is gonna be up to the fans. I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. I put you on. You were the homie. We rode together. We made videos together. I helped you out financially. I helped you out with ads, with YouTube, with Instagram, with all sorts of things. And what do you gotta do? Just like grab it and shove it back in my face? Like, thanks, man. I really, really appreciate it. Your attitude sucks. You're a great rider, but you're a bitch. And that is pretty much what happened in Spain. There was no physical violence. There was nothing like that. There was no communication. There was no fixing anything. It was just a whole nother bunch of crap for you guys to hear about. So I'm sorry. I think there's a really important message to take away from this, man. Money changes things. If you go into business with your friends, chances are things are gonna go AWOL. Things are gonna suck at some point in time unless you handle it properly and maturely. Never, ever, ever give yourself out 100% to any person that you don't believe that you can 100% trust. I wasn't getting anything back. I was just giving him all my time and all my effort and all my knowledge, helping him succeed on YouTube, helping him succeed on Instagram, and then he caught onto it and just cut me off. Like, he was like, all right, I don't need him anymore, whatever. And I'm left here sitting like, all right, cool, man. I thought we were like more than just intellectual buddies. I thought we were like homies. I don't know what the guy's thinking, but here's the funniest part, is that the GOAT of scootering, the best rider in the world, self-proclaimed, he didn't even make finals for the street comp. Oh, but here's where it gets better. He said he made finals in Claudius's game of skew with him.
I'm in the street comp tomorrow. I'm already through to the final. I didn't
He's
even have
on the final street.
Ah, jacked out, man. God. Man, it's a long freaking story, dude. Hey, street dogs. Are you trying to go wakeboarding? He said, not with me. Oh. I just randomly met the guy that does the wakeboarding by chance, and he said that it was cool to go and do it if you're pro for free. So I'm gonna go try some wakeboarding. I need to cool off, man, because it got a little bit heated during that story. And I'm like getting sunburned from literally standing outside for 20 minutes trying to explain all that garbage to you guys. Here's the thing, there's probably gonna be 50 comments down in the comment section like, why you gotta start drama all the time? If he had just manned up and had a manly conversation so that we literally could have sorted out our differences and get over everything and move on forward and collaborate and make scootering great, like none of this shit would happen. It's important to me as a person that these things get discussed because you guys need to know what your idols are really like. You guys know me. I can't keep my mouth shut about nothing because I just have too much passion for scootering to let people ruin it. Scooter Brad just brings drama to scootering. No, Scooter Brad just talks about the drama that exists already in scootering. Get it in your head. Half y'all take this ish too seriously anyway, but I'm gonna go wakeboarding, man. I'm done with all this crap. Right, I'm about to go wakeboarding for the first time in my life. Look at that fountain. Wow. I've never wakeboarded in my life, would you believe it? You guys know that I lived on a boat for like 5 years of my life, from when I was 5 till I was 10, but I've never wakeboarded. Despite how many friends had wakeboards, I just never tried it. I was just like, no, I'm gonna go skiing because I'm good at that. Get it. Prepare to get submerged. Let's get it. Oh. Oh yeah, you know your boy got it first try. You already know. Let's go! Oh, and we're stopping. Hey, that was really easy. Sick. Dude, I want to hit the jump, but then I don't want to die. Oh my God. Oh, it's so scary. It's so scary, man. Oh! Yeah, let's go! Oh, I'm losing my pants though. Whoa, whoa. Oh! Oh, he switched it, he switched it. Let's go. Oh, yes. Oh, such a relief. Get off. First tee wakeboarding. That was a success.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool.
Say what's up to the